Hello, everybody, and welcome back to day 43 to 47 of the 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge. Today, you're going to be watching me do more refined sketches for page 3 of my comic. And actually, what you're going to be seeing right now is day 45, because day 43 I didn't record, and day 44 I didn't record, but for two different reasons. So day 43, I was just doing minute detail fixes on page 2, like very small things, changing just things that no one would notice except me. So I didn't think that it was worthwhile recording that. And then on day 43, I did thumbnails for chapter 2, which I didn't record because I've been doing them in my sketchbook instead of doing them in my my thumbnail file on my computer, because I think I said it last time, but it was because I do them faster in my sketchbook. So I didn't record that either. So you're seeing first day 45, and I'm just doing a quick little like a refined sketch for like the last panel. I didn't like how the angle that she was at. I think that the straight profile angle was a little uninteresting, and so I instead made her look up at like a 3/4, and also I just didn't think that she looked like herself, and it was probably because she was at a straight profile angle, and so it was hard like to make it look like her. I couldn't remember why I struggled so much with that, because I did have a reference photo eventually, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, so I just made her angle different, basically redrew her totally, and did more detail in the background. And then in the next clip, actually, I will be jumping to day 47, which is me finishing the refined sketch for page 3, doing the first 2 panels, pretty sure. I don't think this week I touched the 3rd panel, and definitely going to just, doing a little bit more refined sketch on that before I actually start inking it, because I learned my lesson last time to not ink over a stick figure, essentially, because that inking process, oof, that was terrible. So I'm taking my time with the sketches. And the reason why I skipped day 46 in like recording it was because I did another 2 pages of thumbnails, so I didn't record that day either. And now, though, my chapter 2 thumbnails are complete. So, woo! I get to put a little star in my progress log right where it says finish chapter 2 thumbnails. So that is a goal of quarter 2 finished, and I don't have many of those finished because I took much longer doing the first 3 pages, which is script-wise scene 1. I took much longer drawing those and doing that than I thought I would. I thought that I would have moved on to at least sketching scene 2, but I have not. And it's like a little disappointing, simply because I didn't get to meet a goal, but it's not like bad because, the time that I took on these first 3 pages was necessary, very much so. So it's not like it's a failure that I didn't meet those drawing goals. I'll be talking about it more in the goals, quarter 2, quarter 3 goals video that I'll be making pretty soon, because I am on day 47, like I just finished that, so we're super, super close. Pretty sure this time next week, I think. This time next week, I'll be doing, I'll be doing that goals, update thingy, and I'm not going to be doing any more thumbnails, though, too, so, I don't know if it's particularly, disappointing that, only 2 of these days are recorded for you. I mean, it's just thumbnails and very minute detail work that I did in those unrecorded days. I was about to say missing, but they're not necessarily missing. In those unrecorded days, so I think that it's not necessarily a bummer. But, it's my comic work, so I guess maybe someone out there is disappointed in not seeing it. But I guess it doesn't really matter after this video anyways, because I'm not going to be doing thumbnails for quite some time. I am, not going to start chapter 3 thumbnails until I've almost finished the pages for chapter 2. Because currently I'm doing work on the overall story. I'm really refining the outline. I had an outline, but it was pretty vague, and I did that on purpose. And so now that I am getting into Act 2, I'm really working on whole story things so that it feels like a complete thing. It feels like it all connects. So that means that I've been going back into the chapters that I've already written. Just to refresh your memory, I've written 6 pages, I've written 6 chapters so far, so, I'm going back and just, fixing, some dialogue here and there, taking out some lines here or there, adding some lines here or there, which means that doing thumbnails while doing that is not it's not very smart. Especially because it's so annoying having to go back into thumbnails and fixing how a panel layout will be, because I changed a dialogue thing, and so now, maybe this reaction doesn't make sense, this facial, emotion doesn't make sense, or I took out a whole panel entirely, so now there's, an extra panel, and I have to rearrange the, layout, and that also means I have to rearrange the speech bubbles, which also means that I would probably have to rearrange the composition of the individual panels so that the dialogue isn't, or the new placement of the speech bubble isn't like, covering up something important. I kind of did a little bit of that in day 47. You'll see that the first two panels, I actually switched their drawings. So, because I looked at it and I realized that it made more sense for a person who is, for like a first-time reader, it would make more sense to them if I switched the panels so that they know on the first panel of this page what is going on. I just thought that it would make more sense that way and all of that, so I had to switch the drawings, which means that I had to rearrange the speech bubbles, which was a little annoying, but I have been on day 43. I actually was messing around with Clip Studio Paint's speech bubble feature, which was part of like the little detail things that I was doing. Not only was I fixing some of the art bits, but I also was putting in the speech bubbles where I had planned for them to go, for the most part, and figuring out like the settings for that and like how big they were going to be on average and all of that, which was, it's the last piece of work. It's the last bit of work that I do on a page. But for this one, on that day, it was actually just me, like, experimenting, in a sense, just me doing, like, a placeholder kind of thing, so I wasn't setting anything in stone when I was doing those speech bubbles, but it was making the page look finished, like, at a glance, so it was, like, really exciting. I was like, oh my god, that's the artwork, and the artwork looks so much like how I want it to look in the end, and then it has the speech bubbles on top with the dialogue written in, so it was just so exciting. Ooh, so exciting. I've, dreamed of holding this comic in my hand when it's done. I have no idea if it's gonna be popular enough to do a print run, but I am most certainly going to make and order like a copy for myself because I just want that. I want that for me, and hopefully it'll be popular enough that other people will also want that for them. So that was this week's work that I did on my comic, days 43 to 47. Very close to the end of quarter 2, which is crazy. I can't remember if I said this, maybe I mentioned it last video, but this quarter, goddamn, has it flown by. I feel like quarter 1 took forever, and then quarter 2 was like a week. That might be the ADHD talking, I don't know, I have no sense of time. So that is all that I have to say for this video. If you liked it, if you liked this content, you can subscribe. I will be doing about another 2 months of these videos. I will be posting them every Sunday, and I will have bonus videos every week or every other week, depends on how long it takes me. that have nothing to do with 100 days. The first one of those like bonus videos will be coming out this week, and I scheduled it to have come out last week, but it took me much longer to do than I anticipated, and so I am saying it now, saying it here, saying it now, to kick my butt in gear so that I am held accountable by my own conscience now. Because I will feel so bad if I don't get around to posting it. So I will be having like bonus videos coming out at least twice a week. I'm not gonna say every week, but at least at least every 2 weeks is what I meant to say. So if you liked this video, if you want to see more, subscribe. I have a Twitter and an Instagram at _monista_. You can follow me there. And yes, that is all that I have. That is all that I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.